Good morning, gang. It's Gord, your hurtin' hippie. It's finally Friday. It is finally Friday, and it's a feel-good Friday. Not much sleep, but a really good morning. Had already a half-hour talk with my little boy in Latvia today. 4 more days, and he's coming home. That's on my mind. That's on my mind. And we had quite a storm roll through yesterday. I shared some of that with all of you. Today we've got a similar day, and that's why we're medicating in the morning. Yeah, THC in the morning. Not something I do a lot of because I just have a full day and I find that it lays heavy on me. CBD in the morning, THC in the afternoon and evening seems to work best. This will likely force me into a nap, but I always have a nap and I don't sleep well, so maybe it's time for a shift in my medication. Cheers, friends. This is a little hot. This is Cherry Thunderfuck. Yeah, I swore, now I'll be demonetized. But it's Cherry Thunder Beep in the Hive Flick, which is basically the Hive 2.0. Oh, excuse me. It's a Yokan product, and I've just got the setting too high, and that burned a little. My lung is sensitive to the heat, and that's it. I can take some pretty big dabs and never cough. But if the dab's too hot, then I cough like that a lot. But mostly what I guess this morning's talk about is battling those weather changes. I think it was you, She's Ready to Live, who said it's getting hot there now and you're not looking forward to it. And I said that, yeah, I prefer it between 60 and 80 degrees. I prefer 18 to 20. 18 to 20 is right now it's 13 degrees outside. 18 to 20. 20 double add 30 is 70. That's a good temperature. That's a comfortable temperature. If it's a bit windy, you might even need a sweater. That's my kind of temperature. That's when my body works right. When it gets too warm, I usually get a lot of tension in the head and migraines, and I get really bad neck pain. When it gets too cold, I get really bad back pain and really bad legs. It's a difficult situation, this chronic illness stuff. And I find that when it comes to weather changes, a big shot of THC, that was Cherry TF, that's pretty strong stuff. It clears the mind. It doesn't make the mind fuzzy. I remember what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about how I probably will not do another tolerance break. I have noticed as my tolerance is growing back again, as I'm getting more tolerant to THC, I am noticing, and no, I have no scientific backup for this. I haven't even researched it, but I certainly feel it after years of medicating, is when my tolerance is high, the only difference is I don't get high. The THC still works on the pain. It still works on the brain. It just doesn't, it's a psychoactivity that goes down, but its efficacy as a pain reliever and mood monitor, I think, is actually improved during high tolerance. And I don't know how else to test it. I do think that studies will prove this as time goes on, but high tolerance, think about it. These plants were made by Mother Nature. These plants are made to modify and help us. They're just as any medicinal plant is, and it's all meant there for a reason. We're meant to feel the psychoactivity early on because then it's major pain relief with a little bit of escape from reality. If you have chronic pain, that chronic escape from reality is bad for you. So you build a tolerance to the psychoactivity while still being, very pretty lady walking her puppy across the street. Had to watch that. As the psychoactivity decreases, the efficacy of the pain relief still is up there, or maybe even slightly increased. But the mind can't take all that psychoactivity, so the body says, hey, let's get used to that. Let's tolerate the psychoactivity so that we can take in the medicine. So that's what I think is happening with tolerance. Yes, you don't get very high. Yes, I just had a big toke, a big dab, and I'm not high. But the pain in my neck is gone, so it's still working. My tolerance is increasing. My pain management is still the same, if not a little bit better. But my ability to get high, my ability to get a little fucked up, has decreased. That's tolerance. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I think it was 1962. I was a year old. Peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony.